Here's my group. This is Generation X. 45 million people in the U.S. Tend to be the most cynical, unhappy, unpleasant, and unlikable people you'll ever come across. That's kind of a generalization. But if you think about everyone you don't like, they're all Generation Xers. I have no doubt about that. A quick compare and contrast will spell this out very clearly. Now, let's talk first about the baby boomers. Baby boomers in this room, when you were a newborn baby, brand new, fresh, still steaming baby, how did you get home from the hospital? Likely like this, right? In a parent's arms on the front seat of the car. The car had a metal dashboard. The car had no seat belt. At the time, the reference to an airbag was Uncle Joe. Don't talk to Uncle Joe. He's an airbag. Don't let that guy. Don't talk to him. It has no context like it has today. In baby boomers, if your parents truly loved you, brand new, fresh, still steaming baby boomer, if your parents truly loved you, they cracked the window while they smoked on the way home. You can see this, right? Baby boomers in this room, were you ever told that you were special and unique and different from everyone else? Probably not. If you ever heard something like that, it sounded something like this. What do you think, you're special or something? So it was actually an accusation to stand out. To be different was an accusation. And then today, let's go to the slides. Then today, we begin to see things like this. These are my daughter's ribbons from the swim meet this past summer. We have 8th, 10th, 7th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 5th, 11th, 10th, and another 11th place ribbon. That's a talented child, isn't it? I do not make this up. She got an 11th place ribbon in a 6-lane pool. This summer, I'll drive my children, again, to North Carolina from Mobile, Alabama. They'll all be in the car seat doing what? You know this. What are they doing back there? Exactly. This, TV, this, game, something like that. Many of them have a headphone on. I can't hear. And I should be grateful that they're quiet. But I feel like there's a rite of passage in our nation that is being missed on these kids, and that is being beat with a yardstick on a road trip. It's something that has helped all of us, I imagine, in some way or another. And I can just imagine making eye contact with one of my children somewhere between Montgomery, Alabama and Atlanta and showing them this yardstick as I'm going down the road and making eye contact with them and them realizing slowly, he's about to hit me with this yardstick. And saying to them, I can't explain to you why this is good for you. And they're in a 5-point harness, so they can't run. That's the best part about it. They're in a 5-point, they can't go anywhere. To put this in context for the millennials, this is a commercial that was shown on a television that people actually had to get up and walk across the room and touch the unit to change the channel. It was hand to mouth. Difficult times back then. This television had 2 metallic telescoping things that would come out of the top. And you would twist these things to try to get the signal a little bit better. Signal? Did he just say signal? Signal. When you twisted them around and it didn't work, you would go to the kitchen and you would come from the kitchen with a big sheet of what? That's right. If you said tinfoil, raise your hand. Look at them. Those are old people. It hadn't been tinfoil in a long time. If you said tinfoil, it's because your kitchen drawer is full of tinfoil because you won't throw it away. It's still good. Well, I don't need to throw this away. It's next to a ball of rubber bands or something like that. We might need all these things someday. One more. You would walk to the unit. You would place your hand on the knob. In perhaps a hurry, you would change it quickly, and you would come away with the knob in your hand. And you would say things under your breath. You'd place the knob on top of that television, and you'd go and get a pair of pliers. There you go. There are people here who know exactly what I'm talking about. However, the millennials in the room are going, pliers? I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I've seen these TVs at the Smithsonian in Washington. They're under glass. You can't touch them anymore. They've got alarms if you get too close. Wow. But every now and then, people produce truly special, different, unique people. Contrast this with the 9th place soccer team. What are they carrying? Trophies, that's right. 0-9, trophies and pizza for everybody. Who's doing this? Right here. This is my generation that's making this happen right now. So I want you to contrast this. This has likely been a big part of your patient base and perhaps will be coming up. They're not gone. They're just a big part of the patient base. As an administrator, as the MDs back at your practices, whatever it may be, the chances are someone from this generation played a huge role in preparing them for what they do, as either a teacher or more likely a mentor. Somebody took them under their arm and said, you can do this and I'm going to help you do it. This is where it's come from. This is what's coming. This is a lot of your history, your bones, where you've been. This is the next generation. This is my generation. This is the Xers and the millennials. They're having babies. They're chock-a-block in the maternity ward these days. This is a lot of where you got your values from, and this is who's back at your offices keeping an eye on things while you're with me right now.